So welcome to the Property Unleashed podcast with me, Mark Fitzgerald. It's fantastic to have you joining me here today. So right now, it looks like I'm driving a little racing car, doesn't it? I'm going to be doing the podcast in video format and, of course, in audio format as well. Why? Well, I've had a lot of people just say that they like to wander around and listen to the podcast and they get great value from it. And other people like to have a visual presence of what we do on the podcast as well. So all the interviews, we're going to try our best to record those in good quality format. And if we can, and it works, we will then obviously be able to pass that on to you guys, put it on YouTube, and you'll be able to see us talking as well as hear us on the podcast itself. But as technology does play up, and it's not always the greatest of things, best laid plans and all of that, sometimes the video quality just isn't good enough to be able to go out there. Or it could be, but it's very lumpy. And I think personally myself, it's very difficult to watch. So if that's the instance, then we do put it on YouTube still, but it's still in an audio format. So you can still listen to it. And it's a great way for people to be able to see the podcast, find the podcast, and be able to get out there. So, if you haven't listened to the back episodes, it's all about mindset, entrepreneurship, and property, including strategies like purchase lease options, rent to rent, and all other good ones as well as purchasing, developments, and everything. We have a host of guests that have already been on who have been brilliant. And we have a whole host of guests up and coming as well from all different walks of life, from all different property strategies. So please make sure that you do tune in every week so that you don't miss these little nuggets and gems and learnings that people share with us. It's a fantastic place to be when you're in the world of learning. And I love it. I absolutely love it. I love having guests on because I learn something new every time a guest comes on. And it's really, really exciting to be a part of and to be able to ask the questions, to find out what they've done in their lives, to find out how they've moved themselves forward, really can drive other people on, because you've got to remember, there's never normally one strategy or one route that fits all. It's normally a case that, everybody has their own path. And I just think by talking to different people, which is why I wanted to get different people from different strategies in property and business onto the podcast, in health, in marketing, in property. And of course, you can put it all together. And it is about putting it all together as well. So really, you want to be looking after yourself at the end of the day. We're all in this for property. We're all looking at houses. We all want to build businesses. But if we're not around to enjoy it, what's the point? So you have to start looking after yourself. I was massive on this for a long, long time. I would just push through. I wouldn't do the exercises and things that I needed to do. I wouldn't look after myself. I wouldn't eat properly. I wouldn't keep myself hydrated or anything like that. And it takes its toll. And I wish now that I had taken better care of myself when I was younger. So if you are younger, great. But if you're older, now's even more important for you to start picking up healthy habits. And you don't just need to grab the latest trend, the latest fad. You can basically pick up the habits now that will help you in the future. Okay. So if it's just going for a walk, you may not be able to do 10,000 steps a day. Make sure at least you do 5. Chuffing out. I've even stood in my living room watching TV, walking on the spot to get my 10,000 steps in if I've been in the car all day or I just haven't been as active as normal. So there's no excuses. You can make it happen if you want to. Drinking water. Try and get a couple of liters of water in your day. It speeds up the metabolism. It actually burns calories, particularly if you drink cold water. If you can stomach and you can handle drinking cold water, then that will actually burn a few calories as well. But there's no excuses for not being able to drink water, and just get yourself hydrated, get your circulation and your system running well. And that is first and foremost, all you really need to be doing at the bare minimum is just those couple of things. And I think everybody can find a bit of time to look after themselves. But of course, mindset is massively important as well. And if you don't want to do something, you won't do it. So try not to pick things that you really, really hate. Okay. Thinking I can push through it. It'll work. Find things that make you happy, that you enjoy. Do you know what I mean? So even like walking, I do phone calls while I walk because I kill two birds with one stone. While you're walking, sometimes it is nice though to switch off, not even have audiobooks on podcasts or anything. Just switch off, listen to the world, listen to the birds and bees. It sounds funny, but it is nice sometimes just to be deep in your own thoughts. Now, as long as your thoughts aren't turning against you and you're arguing with yourself and you're doubting yourself and everything, got to, if that's the case, then start giving yourself and start thinking about what you're grateful for in your life. Everybody's grateful for something in their life, and really emphasize that. And I tell you what, if you can pick 10 things that you're grateful for in your life, if you do start having a bit of a down day, then I bet you any money, well, it works for me anyway, I start to smile by the end of it because I am grateful for what I have in my life, for my health, for my family, for my wife, for my kids, for the people that are around me, for the people that I know, and for the situation and the businesses that I've built as well. You've got to be grateful for what you're doing. And if you're at the very start of this and you're thinking, I ain't got a great deal to be grateful for, I don't have kids, I haven't got a partner, there's something there. Be grateful for your parents, potentially, for bringing you into this world, if nothing else, for actually bringing you into the world. Now, you may be in a situation where your parents haven't done anything else for you, but done that. But it's still something to be grateful for, because if they hadn't have done that, you wouldn't be here. So we want to get the mindset right. We really want to work hard on that. And I do believe that work harder on yourself than you do your business, and your business will grow because of it. Okay. Self-doubt is massive, and we have to get away from that. I have it. Everybody has it, but it's how you deal with it. And I always know that I need to switch off. I need to take a step back. I need to recharge the batteries and everything if I start giving myself self-doubt and self-sabotage as well, and procrastinating and holding yourself back. So make sure that you can get yourself into a positive mindset. Make sure that you can look after yourself, that you can get your mental state right, and you don't need to necessarily rely on others to do so. Okay. That is a massive thing. That is a big, big, big thing that you need to make sure that you are focusing and you can put yourself in the right frame of mind. If you have to rely on listening to other people to get you there, you need to be working harder and harder on that situation and on that for yourself, because there will be times where you won't have other people to help you, where you won't be able to listen to motivational things, where you just need to dig deep and feed yourself the positivity that you need. And of course, if you're looking at building a business, well, just follow what others have done that you want to follow. People you resonate with, people that stand for the same things that you stand for. Follow them, reach out to them. And a lot of the time, they'll help you. They can point you in the right directions, but never be afraid not to invest in the real estate that's most important in the world. And that is the 6 inches, or depending on how big your head is, 10 inches between your ears. Okay, your brain, your mind. Invest in that, because that is the best investment you will ever make, because nobody can take away from you what you learn and what you actually find out. Okay, reach out to people, let them help you, let them guide you, make your life as easy as possible, and then implement it. You have to take action. You have to do the hard work. It's not going to be given to you. It's not going to fall on your lap. You've got to get out there. You've got to put the work in. You've got to hold yourself responsible for the tasks that need to be done, whether you like doing them or not. You have to get out there. You have to get stuck in, and you are the only one that can make it happen. Don't be relying on other people. I see a lot of people getting into JVs or buddying up with other people to start businesses at the beginning. Why? Because there's safety in numbers. Get rid of that. If you are doing that, you need to be the one that the business partner or the people around you turn to. You want to be the number one, because if you're not the number one and you're not the one that can drive the people and push them forward, and you're just going to sit back and let them tell you what to do, you might as well go and get a job. You might as well work for somebody else, because that's what I did for years. I worked for somebody else. So I made decisions in my corporate job. I made decisions in what I was doing. But at the end of the day, the buck never really fell to me. I could just sit back and say, well, that's the direction the business wants to go in. I shall do my best to suit that and to make sure that the processes and everything's moving in that direction. But I haven't had to make that decision. Being an entrepreneur means you are the one that has to make that decision. Okay. You have to be the one to say, I'm going to invest here. I'm going to do this strategy and I'm not going to stop until I've done it. And it's just business, guys and girls. It's not life or death. It's just business. So you want to start a property business, whether you want to start it in rent to rent, HMOs, serviced accommodations, whether you want to be a developer, whether you want to just purchase properties for your own portfolio. If you want to do it as a business, it's just business. You need to find customers, you need to find clients, you need to market yourself, you need to have a service and offering, and then you just need to put yourself out there. Okay. And you will get, let me say this a few times, a lot of no's, a lot of rejection, a lot of no's, a lot of rejection, a lot of no's, and a lot of rejection. Get used to it. Okay. No is not a bad word. It just means not now, as one of my mentors has always told me. Okay. No is just, I'm not ready for your offering or your services. Okay. Move on to the next one. Well, I haven't got a next one. And this is what I see. People are so desperate to sort of skip the gears, get that first deal straight away and as quickly as possible, that they just don't go through the right actions and do the right things. So you're not going to be that. You're going to know what your vision is. You're going to know what your passion is, and you're going to know exactly the route that you want to take to get you where you need to be. And look at what your circumstances now, and then pick the strategy to suit that and the business model to suit that. And let's just say, for argument's sake, you want to be a property developer, you're going to need a lot of money. So you need to start building up a portfolio of investors. You need to start building up knowledge so that you know exactly what you're doing. So you're not risking people's money without the knowledge of knowing what to do. And you need to take it from there. If you want to start a rent-to-rent business, then you need to have the knowledge of how to find the deals, how to manage the deals, how to look after the deals, whether it's serviced accommodations or whether it's HMO. And it's not rocket science. And if people don't want to work with you, that's fine. Find the people that do want to work with you. But an easier, quicker fix to all of that can be, and I teach this on the Rent-to-Rent Business Builder as well and can help people with this, is why not start a rent-to-rent business? But if you're struggling, but you just want to start building up a bit of a portfolio in your business of landlords' properties, then start looking at being lettings or start being a management service for serviced accommodation until you start finding the deals, because you'll see more properties, you'll speak to more landlords and agents, and you'll see more opportunities to take these properties on. Okay. If you need any help with that, again, feel free to reach out to me. Visit thepropertyunleashed.com, where we have free tools and resources where we talk you through how to do serviced accommodation, talk you through how to do HMO rent to rent. We'll give you a deal analyzing spreadsheet as well to help you stack the deals. Okay. And there's mini masterclasses coming out all the time that are free. So if you get one of the free downloads, you will then have your email entered into getting any of the free other services that we offer as and when they come out. We don't spam people. You can unsubscribe anytime you want, but it puts you in the right place to be able to get free help and then see which path you want to take and you want to go down. Okay. I hope this episode's helped you. If it has, please feel free to subscribe, to like it, to share it. Share it with people that maybe need to hear this. Share it with people that maybe need a bit of help. Okay. And if you can leave a 5-star review, that would be brilliant on any platform as well. Much appreciated by my good self. But I'm going to keep bringing this to you. I'm going to keep delivering this to you. Mindset, health, personal development, property. It's all coming to you on these channels. So do subscribe to them. It's all free. It's all from my learnings and the learnings I get from other people. And I invest in myself even now. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, but I am willing to get out there and learn. And so should you. So what are you going to do now? Take the bull by the horns, get yourselves out there. And like I said, if I can help in any way, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn, Facebook, or via email. Okay. You'll see it all on our website, thepropertyunleashed.com. Get yourselves out there, make it happen. Read the books, listen to the podcast, watch the videos, take action, but take the right action and make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, it can end up costing you a hell of a lot more in mistakes than it would actually learning these strategies in the first place. Okay. Focus on your vision, Focus on that dream and passion and that big why. Get yourselves out there, and I'll see you and hear from me in the next episode. Great to have you. Thanks for joining me here. Bye for now.